Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Cooperate, a couple that loves to play board games.
Tyler got a haircut.
I did.
I did not get a haircut.
And he does need to.
Maybe tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Tyler won't cut my hair.
Scroll back a year and you can see what happens when we cut each other's hair.
That's true. Well, this is our May recap video where we take a look at our board game and personal life journeys. Life journeys. Life journeys.
No.
Because life is...
No. This is a monthly recap of what has been going on with us in the past month.
Okay. How have you been feeling? We'll start off with that. Mental health, physical health, what do you feel?
Physically, I'm okay. I think we started playing a little bit more like rec sports. Mm-hmm. And it's making me realize that I'm not like... It's not that I'm out of shape, but I'm not like in as good a shape as I used to be. In particular, I'm not used to like weird, different like movements. Like with volleyball, like who jumps like that all the time? So I wake up in the morning and these muscles that I never really move around are just like,
it's not there.
Hi, why did you do that yesterday?
Yeah, we got rollerblades.
That too.
And
yes.
When I was younger, like we're in our late 20s right now. When I was younger, I feel like I could have just bounced back, fell, did whatever I needed to do, and kind of got back up. But we were going downhill, and I have no idea how to stop on these things. And I was going very fast. I'm like, this is how I die.
Yeah, we're learning together.
This is how I die because it was very fast, and I'm like, I don't like this adrenaline rush.
It's a lot of fun. I like it.
But we're committed to keep trying. But yeah, I think May was busy month.
We're always busy.
I feel like that's, yeah, we always say that. I think it was good. I think we got prepped for the summer, which is very exciting because the weather's been nicer, so I think that whole transition always feels really good.
Yeah, mentally I was a little weak this month, but that's okay.
Me too.
We're allowed to have off months.
Week mental health month. And I think it was mental health month.
Oh, perfect time.
Or mental health week, I think. And then
okay.
part of it.
All right.
But, you know, we're getting there.
Yes.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
Should we talk about some board games?
We should.
Okay, we're going to jump right into the statistics.
The number is first.
So in May, we've had 37 different plays. So a little bit down than what we usually have. We've played 24 games. Mm-hmm. 37 plays of 24 games. And out of those 24 games, 9 were new to us.
Right.
Thoughts? Reflections?
I am actually surprised we got in so many plays.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a slower month for us for games.
Yeah.
We were pretty busy for most of it, and I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about the games that we played, which we'll talk about. But I think a lot of them were, well, one in particular I can think of that was really long. That's a really long game. But
yeah, there's a few long games in there.
Yeah.
So now, in terms of the win percentage, I was doing horrible in the beginning of the month.
That's true.
And honestly, I was embarrassed. But near the end of the month, I got a nice little boost. So I still lost. But Tyler was at 56% and I was at 51%. Now, that isn't up to 100, and that's because there's cooperative games in there. Sometimes we play with
other people.
So we do the whole spiel every time. If you want to go back and learn about 1%, just go ahead. But you know what? 1 month I've won. Tyler's won 4 now. I can still come back for the year. We can still do it. It's still possible.
I know my overall year, but we could probably do that later.
We could. Yeah. With how many games we've played, we've upped our total amount of games played to total plays to 286 because it was at 249 before. Now it's at 286. That means we're 39% of the way there to our goal of 730 games.
39%?
39%. Now, if we were equally, we should be at 42.
That's okay.
So we're like 3% short, but there'll be many games probably in the fall. So I think this is
exactly what we expected.
Exactly.
I just didn't think it would
happen this early.
I thought it would happen more in like June, July, August.
So I suspect we'll see a little bit of dip, but actually we have to play a lot of 2-player games.
We do.
So I think we'll maybe maintain our plays throughout some of the summer because 2-player games are usually shorter and we want to play more of them.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And there's a lot.
There is a lot that we're covering. Yeah. So in terms of our 10x10 goal, how do we do?
Right, 10x10. I feel like we only played one game on our 10x10 this month.
You can't just...
Boom. So like I always say as we color coordinate, so red is the month of May. I always get this messed up. I always try to say the month that we're in, but it's the month
Did we
before.
only play Merchant's
And we
Cove
only
in-
played
Oh, no,
Space
it's January.
Base. We played Space Base and that was it.
We got the new expansion that's what is it? I'm missing the word. Not legacy. What's the style of the
Campaign?
expansion? A campaign
Oh,
expansion.
okay.
So we've been playing through the Terra Proxima.
Oh, I thought
It's
you
been
asked
really
if I
fun.
knew the name. I was like,
No, I remember the name. It's just because there's the Shy Pluto,
Yeah, yeah.
and now there's Terra Proxima. They're like the Sagas, and it's been very fun.
Yes. Yeah, so we played that 5 times this month. And that was all we've played. We still have yet to play Dune Imperium, Near and Far, Ecos, Cryo, and Marvel Champions.
That was your goal. Why didn't we play them?
Should have made it happen. I should have put in the work. Should have put in the effort. But yeah, we've only played 5 out of the 10 games on our 10x10. But like we said, we're just like doing this to track, and
Maybe we won't reach it, or maybe we will.
and that's totally okay. We just like, I just like
It's
this.
for fun.
It's for fun.
Fine.
All right, that's the 10x10 though.
Okay, so now the fun part, where we actually talk about some of the games we played.
Yay!
So we usually start off with our most played game of the month, our
Mhm.
top 3. And the top 3 this month are...
Decorum, Space Base, and Ark Nova. So no surprise with Space Base because we played it 5 times, as our 10x10 said.
And Decorum we played even more.
Yeah.
So we're not quite done. We've actually covered Decorum before, so if you want to learn more about the game, feel free to head on over. But, we've actually got to a point where we unlocked
The unlockables.
one of the secret contents, which made it so fun.
Yes.
And I'm excited. There's a story progression we're getting better at, but you get really frustrated with me when we play Decorum.
Yeah, there's like I
It's
really
not
like
passive-aggressive.
logic puzzles, and sometimes I like this game a lot more when like people are getting into the rules. But when you get into the rules, it takes a lot longer to play, so you can't actually just like breeze through it. But one of the reasons I get a little frustrated in the game is like I don't particularly enjoy when people pass, and or they get confused and then just like redo what somebody just did.
Mhm.
I think like it in my head it's potentially a waste of a turn, but
Sometimes I pass because I don't know how I can help in this household.
yeah, and sometimes it's okay. But there are other times where it's like if I move something and it's not right, or it's right kind of, then the first thing to do is potentially replace it. Or just leave that for now and then go to a different place.
I guess.
But anyways.
It's been really fun. Very recommend Decorum. Space
Yes.
Base we've talked a bit about already. The new expansion is... Mwah! We're almost done. I think
I thought we were done.
No, we have one more game.
Oh,
We didn't finish.
I thought we were done. Okay.
The big climax.
Yes, yeah. I like Space Base a lot. I think I have yet to decide about the campaigns because they add new things that borderline make the game like a lot more than I think it should be, but it is still fun.
That sounds like a fun video idea. Everything you need to know about Space Base and expansions.
Maybe.
Is that something you're interested in? Do you want to learn about Space Base? Maybe.
Everybody loves Space Base.
Everybody loves Space
Everybody
Base.
I've talked to likes Space Base, so
Because it's just so approachable and fun.
it is frustrating when you pick 7s and you never roll 7s.
I
but
pick 11.
that's just part of the game, and I like dice rolling. So.
Exactly. And last but certainly not least, we played Ark Nova.
Yes. The first time this month? We played it for the first time this month, and then we
and
played it multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
We've each got to try pretty much the beginner map, the map
yeah.
above the beginner map, and then we each got to try
A few of the other
Yeah.
ones. Yeah. It was really, I love that game. I think it's pretty great. I think it's like just like super straightforward. It feels like it's a heavy game, but like once you get into it and once you've played it a couple times,
Mhm.
it's just like smooth sailing.
I think it's a really easy game. No, I'll say it. I think it's a really easy game to teach. I do think so.
Once you've gotten through the rule book, I think, yeah.
No, but you
Yes.
the teacher has to have gone through the rule book. But I think like playing the game now and seeing everything, I think it's fairly easy to explain.
Yep.
And the way that it progresses and the way what you can do actually is fairly straightforward.
Mhm.
That I think this is a game that I can pick up and teach pretty easily without kind of having that daunting factor. I think the biggest daunting factor is just the length.
I'm not usually the teacher, but I know for sure I could teach this one.
Yeah, it's a joy, and yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it more. I want to play it at more people because we've only played it at 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if I'll like it.
Yeah, I'm hesitant about that, but we'll see.
It'll be long. But our next segment is what is our favorite game we played this month?
Has to be Ark Nova.
You didn't even let me do a countdown or anything.
No. Do you want to do the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Ark Nova.
Oh, yours is Ark Nova too.
Mine is also Ark Nova.
All right.
I think it's just like the expectations were high from all the hype.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would not meet the hype.
Right.
But then it met the hype.
Yes.
So then I felt good about it, and I was happy, and I'm like, okay, this is a game. And we actually, we played it quite a lot. And for a heavier game, we usually play it, then we kind of think about it, reflect, and we play it again. But this one we played almost back to back to back, and we wanted to kind of get it back to the table and continue all the different. And I still want to play it. I want to kind of take it out and play it right now.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. So, yeah, I have nothing more to say. I
loved
just really
it.
enjoy it. So I want to show it to other people, and then I want to play it. And I haven't gotten bored of it yet, so that's pretty good.
Do you think all of our favorite games of the month will be essentially our top 10 video for the year?
No.
What was our favorite game in January?
I have no idea.
I also don't remember.
I know last month's for mine was Wayfarers.
That's fair.
But I have yet to decide if it's eligible for my top 10 of the year because it's not technically going to be released.
Is it? If
So
we
we'll see.
played it in 2020,
We'll see.
Is it eligible?
I don't know.
Okay, so now let's quickly do a fair rapid fire. Maybe not one word, because that's what we did last month. One word, or was that 2 months ago?
It's all just a blur to me.
Blur of
It's all
time.
just a blur.
Well, we're going to tell you about some of the games that we played and kind of our first impressions or thoughts of those games.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what should we start with?
Clinic.
Clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So you backed this one.
I backed this one, got all of the extensions. Extensions is actually what they call them. And I got the campaign that they set out. So I'm really excited, but we finally got it to the table this month. And I did all of the learning and all the teaching. It was a lot of fun. But it's intense, actually.
It is. It's not often games to me feel very difficult.
Right.
I think to me, especially the first couple of games, you can kind of ease yourself
Just
into it.
get used to
Usually,
it. Yeah.
but this game, the first time we actually played, I misunderstood a rule, and we actually had to restart because
it was that big.
It was that big that I literally would have just been useless the whole. It would have taken me so much to catch up.
I think it's you would have just lost all of the money that you had, and then you wouldn't have been able to
really participate in the next round or two.
Yeah.
So I think that element to it, but also it's so meticulous, which I think is pretty cool thematic because a lot of health services are short on budgets and need to really make things happen, be creative. And I think here you're doing exactly that. You're building a hospital, making sure there's enough room for the cars, the patients, get everybody treated, and make sure people don't die and the doctors aren't fatigued out.
Yeah,
there's a lot of moving parts.
There's a lot of moving parts, and you don't have a lot of time to do it. It's very crunched into this slot where you have to kind of optimize what you're doing. For the first couple of times, you don't know how to do that, so it's
my first experience was a roller coaster. I'm like, I don't like this. I'm like, ooh.
Or was it an emergency
I'm intrigued.
room?
I like it. And then it kind of went on, but I think I want to play more because I'm intrigued and I really appreciated it.
You missed my joke.
Yeah, the emergency room. I get
Boom!
it.
It was funny.
Get it. Okay.
Instead of a roller coaster.
Next game I want to talk about is another Kickstarter you backed, and that is Paris.
Yeah, beautiful.
So you got the fancy deluxe Paris.
Not sure we needed that.
I don't think we needed the fancy deluxe Paris because it has acrylic tiles. I was very torn in this game for a very long time because I knew of it, and I feel like I just maybe didn't do enough research. It was always kind of it's pretty.
Yes.
But now having played it, I really liked it. I think this was really close to me for being one of my favorite games of the month. I really like how Michael Kiesling designed games too. I think it's like an intuitive puzzle essentially, and everything about it is clever. I can't wait to play more than 2 players because I think it'll be even better.
It'll be even better at more players.
Yeah, but it was really good at 2.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited, to do the racing with other people because at 2 you have more freedom to do other things or to go into spaces that the other person wouldn't be going into. Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. And yes, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
You don't need the deluxe version, that's for sure, but I'm happy we got it.
So what's up next?
Tzolk'in. Tzolk'in.
That
Am I
game.
saying it right?
Yeah, with a rondelle.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool. Oh my goodness.
this game's been on our shelf of shame for a long time. And I think this is one of the top games that we wanted to get off our shelf of shame, actually.
Yeah, well, okay, we've said this before, but we have a shelf of opportunity, and then if it takes long enough, they move over to the shelf of shame, and it gets to a point where it's like, we have to play this one.
I think we had this one for over a year.
Yeah, so this one made its way over to the shelf of shame, and we finally got it to the
And we
table.
wanted to play it. It wasn't that we didn't want to play it. So I loved my experience with this one. I think what it does, because basically you place workers and take workers off, and there's a rondelle that moves, and when you take workers off, depending how far they move, you get more resources, and then it's kind of like a resource management game. Mm-hmm. And I think that rondelle aspect of it is so clever, and it's so tricky, and there's so many layers of strategy that can happen in this game, and it just gets me very excited.
I think my favorite part about it is like you have to do something. You can't just be like, oh, I'll pass. Like, you can't do that. Like, you have to put something on or you have to take something off. Mm-hmm. And, like, you can do that with any number of the workers you have, but, like, you have to do something. And I think that's what makes the rondelle, like, the actual gear. That is what makes it a lot of fun.
That's super fair. Really enjoyed it. A few more that we'll cover is Dog Lover.
Yes.
What did you think of Dog Lover?
It was a lot of fun. It's like Cat Lover, but I think
it's Cat Lady.
No, Cat Lady. Oh my goodness. It's like Cat Lady, but more. It's actually, I think it's more complex.
It's a step up.
Yeah.
Because the way that Cat Lady and this game works is you take cards and you basically what you have. It's like a set collection.
It is a set collection. Yeah.
But with Cat Lady, you take rows or columns and move the cat accordingly. But here you do tricks. So you can acquire like more tricks shapes. And the other different shapes. And I think it basically just adds a layer that I really enjoyed into this game.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like I know we have a cat, but I'm more of a dog person. So I love Swanson to death, but
you can be dogs. Both. You don't have to be one.
I love animals, but when it comes down to it, I'm a dog person.
But you love Swanson.
I love Swanson. He's amazing, but I don't want another cat.
Why not?
Because Swanson is perfect.
Well, and that's Dog Lover. Another game we played is oh my goodness, I always forget. The Guild of Merchant Explorers.
Oh yes,
it's
that
behind
one was
us.
Fun too. Because okay, so I thought it was like gonna be like a when you were first talking to me about it, I was like, why isn't this just a flip and right or like a roll and right?
It does seem like it should be.
Yeah. But then we started getting into it, and the rounds were building up, and I was like, oh, okay, like you could do a simple version that was a flip and right, but this is like very intentionally not a flip and right. It's got like the same dynamic in my opinion, but like you need the pieces, you need your board, like there needs to be no marking kind of thing, and it needs to be done like this.
That's a really elegant design, I find. Basically, you're on an island and you're trying to explore as much of the area through different rounds by just moving. And you move through various terrain based on different types. And it does initially, because it gives a little bit of vibes of like Trails of Tzolk'in and some of those kind of rolling rates. But every round you reset basically, and you can be at the hubs that you've built. So it's basically like, it feels very like the growth that you put into the game really pays off and allows you to flourish through the game, which...
Yeah, because you basically like make different trade routes to these places that you visited, and now because you've established that, you can use them as their starting points. And yeah, I think it's very clever.
Different maps, different ways like to play with a little bit of modularity.
Yeah.
Absolutely really enjoyed our first experience with this game. I can't wait to play more.
Yeah, it was great.
And last but certainly not least...
The other one we want to mention...
is...
Sunny Day Sardines?
Sunny Day Sardines.
I always forget how to say it.
Love when games come in a non-game, traditional game kind of format. This looks like a can of sardines.
Yeah, quite literally, yeah.
And that you just pull out, be like, do you want some sardines? Just kidding, it's a board game. Do you want a bag of chips? Just kidding, it's a board game.
What game does that?
There's a bag of chips that's a board game.
Oh.
I forget the name, but we don't have it, but I want it.
All right.
So, very cool aspect. It's a very simple card game. But it comes in a sardine can. It's a very travel-friendly game.
Yes, yeah.
You're basically collecting sardines and trying to buy sardines with the collected sardines you have.
Yep,
sardines.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's essentially a set collection game,
Mhm.
so it's a lot of fun.
I like it.
Mhm.
Now for the most dreaded section of the video.
The Cull Section. But you're lucky this month. Because I haven't had much time to think about it. Which means that we get to skip it.
Best month ever!
Maybe I'll think of 2 games.
No,
to
you
call
can't
next
do
month.
that. That's not fair. We're bypassing the call section. You know, one day we'll just call like 200 games. And
I don't have a problem
I'll
with
be
that.
emotionally devastated.
Yeah, you would. You would.
I just need to hit a certain threshold, and then I go purge city. And I'm like, let's get rid of everything.
I don't know how we're not there yet. We don't have any shelf space anymore.
No, we actually recently ran out of shelf space, so we need to
I'm sure
figure
we
out
could
a
figure it
creative
out,
solution.
but yeah, it needs to
We moved all of our strictly 2-player games upstairs
Yes.
because it doesn't
That
make
is
sense
cute.
for them to be with our collection. Because when we play with people, we're not going to pull
this
out
one
a
looks nice. and
strictly
you can't
2-player
play it.
game.
Yeah.
So that was our creativity.
Mhm.
Okay, our highlight of the month.
My highlight of the month. My
Yours
highlight of the month
is
is actually just getting the couple of Kickstarter games to the table that we did, because I think like we get so caught up in the games that we like have that we want to cover, or that we want to just like play for the sake of playing, and sometimes the Kickstarters don't get as much love. And I think particularly because the month prior we actually got quite a decent amount of like our Kickstarters fulfilled, that there's just been like this stack of games that I've been wanting to get through, and we finally decided to touch it. And both Clinic and Paris were on that list, and I'm just happy we got to play them.
Yeah, I agree. It's always nice to also, because we get a few review copies as well, so it's nice to actually play games that we bought and we've invested in the hobby as well. My highlight of the month is Speed Calico.
Ugh.
So I've invented this way to play Calico where basically you just have to make your decision as fast as possible.
As if it wasn't stressful.
It's
enough.
very stressful to narrow down where you want to place and how you want your quilt to look like with the cats.
That's true.
But what makes it even better is a time constriction. And the way we play this in a very friendly way.
Yeah, it's not like,
let me say this is not like a very negative environment. We have a friend we play with, and basically the rule is that when it's not your turn, you can just encourage other people to take their turns friendly.
Faster. Yeah.
So like, Tyler,
come on,
go,
hurry up,
come on, let's go.
Speed Calico.
And then you just basically just play tiles and try to play as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah, and then obviously like still try to do.
There's laughs. I thought I
It
would
is pretty fun.
win,
Yeah.
but I got last.
Yeah.
But it was still fun.
Yeah.
I didn't do very well in the cats. I was 2 patterns off.
I can't.
That darn coconut.
I actually can't decide whether or not like that is a good example of like me doing well under pressure, because I think like
That's true. You didn't win.
I think I do decently well while playing that game. I mean, I don't come near like my scores that I've had.
You're
like,
pretty close.
But I was like surprisingly up there, and I was just like, it was impressive. I thought I was gonna do so bad.
Speed Calico.
Yeah.
So last month we said that we would play a game off our
10 by 10 that we hadn't played.
and then we did not do that.
We did not.
And then we carried over my goal of playing Nemesis. And did we play Nemesis?
No. So this is another month probably of just carrying them forward.
Let's carry forward the goals.
Yes.
Although I don't know if we'll reach them.
Nemesis? I've been really wanting to play Ecos.
Ecos?
And I could really play. I think Dune Imperium would be.
I would also
too.
love to play Marvel Champions.
Yeah, that one I think I'm gonna have the hardest time playing, but that's okay.
We'll make it happen.
We'll play it at least a couple times, and then if not, you can just play it solo and it'll be good. Cryo is also one of the games. All of these games are intentionally on the list because I like them, but it's just like I look at it and it just seems like daunting, and I know that maybe it's just like
we almost finished one though.
Anyways,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll finish one and then it'll just feel so good.
We're not allowed to play this one anymore.
No more space.
Yeah, I think that I'll just carry my goal over because I want to.
I still want to play Nemesis, so I'll do the same. But I think
This is your second time carrying it over though, so you have to either make it happen or next month you have to change.
We have to play so many strictly 2-player games. I don't know if we'll make it happen.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Make it happen.
Well, before we talk about our 2-player month, and because we've been kind of vaguely mentioning it but haven't really addressed it, let's do our giveaway winner for last month.
So I have our version because we've already packed away the
It's in a little box. It's ready to go.
Yeah. And we just want to put the comment up here, right? Here.
We have to do drum roll.
Oh, drum. Yeah, okay, we'll put the comment up right here, and then you'll see the winner is. And we'll just say congratulations! Wow! Congratulations to the winner.
Yay! So we'll reach out to your comment, or if not, please reach out to us, and we'll make this game happen to be yours, but not this one because yours is already packed away in a box.
Exactly, and this one's already open, so.
And it's ours.
Yeah.
Now, last but certainly not least, we're gonna talk. We have a little bit of an announcement.
Yeah, if you haven't caught on already.
If you don't follow us on the socials.
Or have been listening to the whole video, because Ilya's been dropping bombs about it this whole time. Bombs.
So last year we did a roll and write month, where we covered over, I think 52 was our final number of roll and writes. Yeah. This year, 52. We're covering...
Strictly 2-player games!
What does that mean?
What doesn't it mean?
What's a strictly 2-player game?
We're basically going to be taking the whole month of July and covering games that are only for 2 players.
And the way that we're making this distinction is that it has to say 2-player on the box.
Yeah.
Because I think some of the games that we're covering have like, oh, this could be 2 or like a 4-player variant in the rulebook, but it doesn't say
on the box.
Doesn't say on the box. So we can cover that one.
Exactly.
And how many are we covering?
51? I don't know. I can't remember the last number.
We don't
50-something.
We don't have a final number yet because we're still kind of making last changes. But
it's too many.
I think we will cover just as many, if not maybe a slightly more.
If we cover more.
But
listen, I've had to make some rules for this month because Ilya wanted to do coverage on like every single platform. And I was like, no, not a chance. We have to make it so we can be mentally healthy throughout the whole month.
That's true.
Keep doing our
mental
jobs.
Health has not been great.
And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, rapid fire, what can you expect? So every day on Instagram we'll be covering one game. So you'll see at least 30 games that kind of go throughout. We may dabble a little bit in the TikTok. We've been there before.
That's for you to decide.
I might be motivated, energized enough to kind of get back in there. You'll see at least 2 videos every week on our YouTube channel.
That's not going to change.
No, it'll be it might be 3.
It might be 3, but I mean, we make 2 videos every week, so that's not going to change.
So it'll fit into our YouTube.
Yeah, it'll just clump together with the categories that we're doing.
There'll be giveaways. And, I just blanked. Oh, it'll be very similar to what we did with Roll of Our Month.
Yeah, like
so we're gonna do like a speed review
type thing.
Awards.
Yeah, we'll do like a top 10
at the very end.
Yeah, and you'll just get to see all of the 2-player games that we've been able to get to the table that we've had on our shelf. Well, all of these games are games that we own. So you'll see all of the games that we've been playing that are strictly 2-player and the ones that we enjoy the most.
Yep.
And hard to tell what I'm gonna say about any of them because there are a couple there are a lot that I love.
And there's some that he doesn't.
And yeah, there are a couple that I'm.
So there's going to be negative opinions that you can expect.
Exactly.
But that leads perfectly into our question of the day. Help us with our 2-player month. Tell us what your favorite strictly 2-player game is. Because maybe if we hear enough of one game, maybe we'll do a playthrough for it or cover it in a more way than we would have initially. Yeah. Also, we're going to be doing awards, so maybe if you have categories for some can be silly, like the best starting player token or something like that. Yeah. But creative award types or just anything you want to see in the realm of strictly 2-player games.
I was thinking that maybe me and you could duke it out and see who comes out on top as victorious of the strictly 2-player month.
What do we win?
But I don't know. That could be something that they decide. I don't know. We'll see. But
what do you want to see?
There are the main thing here is that we know what we're doing. We know the month we're doing. We have most of the games.
July. Did we say it's July?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Okay.
We have the majority of the games we've played, and we're ready to talk about. And then there's just a couple details that we've got to flesh out.
And the details can be helped through your lovely comments down below.
And we've got a month to get there.
And that's all we have for our May coverage today. You know what to do?
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and even press that bell notification to get notified when we release new videos. We're really excited to always have these conversations with you about board games. We love, 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 love connecting with you.
Yep, and we likely won't have a recap next month, so we'll do like a mega recap in August because we'll be playing so many strictly 2-player games. We'll naturally lead into that. But having said that, let's get ready for a fun, joyous month of content in July, and keep an eye out on all of our fun June stuff as well.
I was gonna say, and June still has
Don't
to
forget
happen.
about June.
Yeah, rude.
Poor June.
Anyways, happy Pride, of course, because we haven't even mentioned that.
Yeah.
But happy Pride, and I hope all of you have a wonderful month, and I hope you had a fantastic May. We'll see you in the next one.
Our 5-year anniversary is on Pride Month.
Exactly.
That's cute.
Yeah. Bye.